And I don't think he's talking about the small companies, but at the same time, here in Denver, I want to put this on blast. There's a consignment store and a secondhand store by the name of Buffalo Exchange, and it's part of a corporation, but it had three stores that were owned by a franchise owner that had them in three prime places in Colorado, and they were a big deal, and they were really big part of the LGBT community, and a lot of the people there that were working there were artists, and they were able to be artists because of they had this little gig that fit perfectly in their lifestyle.
Cool.
And everybody there was very supportive. But it comes out that the owner had been molesting a few of the people there, or not the owner, but the manager that they had hired to run these three places. They were, a lot of them had stories, and so a few of the people that had previously worked there created a lawsuit against the guy, and it caused the reaction of the franchise owners, who really had no say. They didn't care, and they still own the buildings. They can do whatever, but they basically fired all 36 of the active people that were part of this company there, and they made them jobless, and sometimes even during this COVID situation, very bad over the negative actions upon them. So I think like the reaction of shutting it down is even worse than trying to. I don't know, that's a tough one. But what do you like? It still happens. Sexuality in the workplace it's seemingly still there, and a lot of people use the authority the same way they see their governments and their bank figures use their authority, to the maximum, and to get whatever they want.
Yeah. I appreciate that you point out the connection right off the bat between interpersonal harassment and abuse of authority and this bigger kind of corporate banking abuse of authority. I mean, the first thing I would say is that a lot of the interpersonal, having studied the Fed and understood this stuff, and I mean, having lived through a lot of harassment, don't even get me started, I definitely see how all the toxic behavior in our society trickles down directly from a toxic monetary supply. I mean, harassment, sexual harassment, rape even, it's not about sex, it's about power.
It's about power.
Just like money is about power.